All right, what I'm gonna say today, not everyone's gonna agree with, and that's okay. We're all entitled to our own opinion. Yours just happens to be wrong, and that's okay. But today we're gonna talk about why waiting for interest rates to drop and trying to time the market makes no sense, and why the greatest investors just buy on any time in the market. Doesn't matter whether the market's up or whether the market's down, they buy at any time. First thing before we get into that, you're gonna have to understand supply and demand. Supply and demand is kind of controls it all. So you have to think to the idea that right now in the market, everyone's on the sideline. Everyone's on the sideline waiting for the rates to go down because they think when rates go down, they're gonna get this massive opportunity and they're just gonna get that house that they've been waiting for their whole life and everything's just gonna make sense. But what they're missing is that it's not just them doing that. There's also a whole crowd, millions and millions of people doing the same thing. They're waiting for interest rates to go down. Think of it like this. Before I get into that, let me actually cut back. Let me take a few steps back and explain supply and demand to some people that might not understand it. If I have an iPhone and there's 10 people that want it, the price of the iPhone is just gonna go up. It's just gonna continuously go up. But if I have multiple iPhones, I have two iPhones, and I have one buyer, supply and demand goes down. So the price of the iPhones go down, okay? Does that make sense? So now you have to understand that with housing, how it's gonna work. If everyone's on the sideline and no one's buying right now, what do you think is gonna happen when interest rates come down and everyone has all this stored up money to buy houses? Well, you gotta think about it. The price of the house is just gonna continue going up. So now you're not worried about the interest rates, you're actually worried about getting priced out of the market because the price of the house went up. You have all these people rushing in to buy these houses and there's just not enough on the market, so the price of the houses just go up and up and up, and it's just history repeating itself. So if you think about it, if you were to just invest now, buy the house now, while interest rates are kind of higher, one thing, you're gonna get a lower price than you will in a year or two from now. That's just inflation. Yes, you're gonna argue that interest rate's gonna cost you more now. It will, but the appreciation you're gonna get in the long run is gonna beat that. So what I'm saying is that if you could just buy the house now, pay the little bit extra in interest that you are now, and just refinance it when the time comes, not only did you save money on getting a cheaper house now versus later, you're also gonna receive all that appreciation that's coming from all the people that waited for the interest rate to go down. Boom. And what is it that Warren Buffett once said? When people are scared, that's when you have to buy. Right now, everyone's scared because they're scared of the interest rates. That's perfect timing. This is right now. You have to buy. You have to buy now. This is not no sales pitch or anything like that. It's just history repeating itself. And to those who are realizing it, are going to realize it. And I also believe what Grant Cardone once said. Grant Cardone. If you know who Grant Cardone is, you know the man knows this in and out better than anyone else. You also understand. He once said, "The greatest investors invest in all markets, up or down." And that makes perfect sense because if you really think about it, it's all about numbers. If we were to just forget the market and what it's doing, whether it's up, down, middle, whether it's in India, Alaska, whatever it is, if on paper the numbers make sense and it's gonna profit you every month, whether it's investment property or a first property, whatever it is for you, if the numbers make sense on paper, then it's a good deal. The only way you can really fuck up a deal is if you overbuy it. And if you overbuy it, it's because you didn't do enough research. So that's on you. But there's also deals out there that you're not seeing because you're not looking hard enough for. There's the foreclosure properties. There's the properties that people are trying to get rid of because they need to move because there's an emergency happening across town and they need to go to their family. Whatever it is, there's always a property out there that's being sold under market value that's gonna make you money. You just have to find it. And what I'm trying to say is that in every market, good, bad, ugly, there's a property for you that's gonna make you money, and you should stop being scared of interest rates to buy. The minute you can figure that out is the minute you realize that there's no excuses as to why you can't get as many properties as you fucking want. Now, the only way this doesn't work is if most of the time it's your first property and the bank literally won't give you the fucking money. The bank literally is like, hey, you can't, you just can't. Now, don't get me wrong, there's always loopholes around it, but it happens to the best of us. Especially the first property is always gonna be the hardest. After that, it kind of smoothens out, but the first property is always gonna be the pain in the butt. But yeah, this is just a quick little rant. I hope it kind of gives you the idea where I'm going with this. I'm currently at the Fontainebleau. Just a little midday thought. The average interest rate over the last 50 years is nearly 8%. Search it up, it's nearly 8%. Right now our interest rates are at 7. So we're already below the national average interest rate over the last 50 years. So to sit here and think that interest rates are gonna come back down to the 2-3 area it's a little absurd. We'd be lucky if we even saw 5, to be honest. Now, it's not impossible, but at the end of the day, if it does happen, there's something called refinancing. Just refinance it, and if interest rates were to go down to 2 and you were to buy it at 2, chances are the prices of that house are already skyrocketing, because half the world is going to be buying houses at 2% interest rate, and it's not just going to be you. So just buy now while the prices are where they're at, and when the time comes, the time's going to come, it's always going to come, it's just history repeating itself. I'm going to keep saying that. Just refinance when that time comes. That's it. Yes, it's going to cost you a few more dollars now, but what is that to what's going to come in the future with the appreciation of the house and all that? Take it, leave it, do as you wish. The last thing I'm going to say is, don't let the price of fear cost you the price of financial freedom. Most of us are always telling ourselves that, oh, we're going to wait for this, we're going to wait for interest rates to go down, we're going to wait for the right timing, we're going to wait for this, and that. And when the right timing never comes, they just blame it on that. And they never take action. You're living in a psychosis, telling yourself that the day is going to come, and the day never comes. You just have to take action now so you can see the results in the future. Don't pay the price in the future, pay the price now. When in doubt and you don't know what you're going to do, put it on black. That's the motto. Come on now. Is this not moving? I don't think I'm using the elevator right. Alright, I'm not dumb, right? One. Oh, is it touchscreen? Now, like I said, when in doubt, put it on black. Here we go. Come on now. I'm a rich man. I'm a rich man. When I tell you I know what I'm talking about, I know what I'm talking about. Now, do we keep playing or do we stop here? Alright, hear me out. I know we got 8, but say we put it on black 2 more times and we go for 24 for Kobe. Now, if we get it, you know, it's Cokes. Of course we're gonna get it. Come on now. Give it to me. Talk to me nice. We're going to put 8 on black again. For Kobe. We didn't get it. Alright, that's fine. We still got $8 more and it's going back on black. Back on black. I swear I'm not an addict. It was just $4. We got it back. We're just gonna keep going black until we get 24. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back at it. 1. That's a dub. Give it to me. Kobe all the way. You See, now I'm a little lost because everybody knows with Mamba mentality, you don't just give up when you get to where you need to be. You gotta push yourself past. So, do I stay at 24 for Kobe, or do I go again because, you know, Kobe was always about pushing yourself to that next level. You see, it's a fight. I don't know. All right, we're going for it. We're going all in or we're all out. Mamba mentality. You're either all in or you're all out. To this, we're actually out though. We're actually out though. I promise I'm not addicted. I had $4 loose and everything to gain. Give it to me now. Talk to me nice. That's it. 48 again. Are we turning $4 into $100? Is that what we're doing? All right, we're gonna do it again. We're just gonna put it all on black. You're either all in or you're all out. That's a dub. $4 to $100 real quick. All right, now we're actually out of here. Yes, sir. Kobe, that was all for Kobe. You see? Mamba mentality. If I would have given up, I would have been stuck at 24. It's all Mamba mentality. We gotta hit the gym. We got back today. This is the ATM. Nope. Oh, ticket redemption. Cheeseburger. All right, you already know. We had to stop in CVS and get some proteina in us. Proteina. All right, we're about to hop into some back here, but come on, focus up. Focus. Iowa versus UConn right now is going crazy. 2 seconds left. Iowa's up 2 points, and I think they're at the free throw line. I'm not watching the game. I'm just looking on the online stuff. Does Caitlin Clark pull through here? 3 seconds left. Iowa has pulled through and has won 71 to 69. Caitlin Clark is going to the national championship. I'm excited. I never thought I'd be this excited about girls college basketball, but this shit is just fun to watch. Now we're gonna hop into some back. First set, lat pull downs. Here we go. Yep. Here we go. Listen, I'm going to be completely blunt with you for all the new people. All the newer people that come to the gym. They always think that there's some secret formula to it, that is complicated, that they need to do 1,000 things before they can start going to the gym, and that's not the case. There's 3 things you need to do. Every set you do has to be near, if not till failure. If you're doing your last rep with ease, you're going too light or you're not doing it right. Okay, that's 1. 2, you have to eat. You have to eat depending on what your goals are. That's the reality of it. Okay? You have to eat so if you want to get skinny, you have to eat like a skinny person. If you want to get fat big, you're gonna have to eat like a fat big person. That's the reality of it. There's no shortcuts to that. And the third one is sleep. It's that simple. The hardest part is that you guys don't show up. You guys don't show up, and then you guys complain that you don't have what you want and why you're not at where you want to be. And that's the reality of it. That's it. You're making fucking excuses, and no one wants to hear it no more. So stop coming to me, telling me, hey, why do you have this and that and I don't? Well, because I fucking wake up and I train every single day. There's not a single person can tell me that I woke up and I was fucking lucky. And no one will ever be able to do that. That's the reality of it. Let's go. Let's go. Fight. Fight. Let's fuck. Go. Get strapped up here. Let's go. Let's go. That's light. Yep. Yep. I forgot the mic. Yep. Yep. All right, so we're back here at back pull downs, but here's the difference. We're gonna do reverse grip, close grip. All right, so it's gonna look a little bit like this. Before we had it farther out. Now we have it like this, you see? Now, if you're new, what you understand is that the closer the grip, the more it works on the Dorito, the outside of your back. The farther out the grip you go, the more it's gonna work out the inside of your back, the inner back, the middle back, whatever you wanna call it. So think of it, it's kind of the opposite. So The closer in you are, the more the Dorito. The farther apart you are in the grip, the more the inner of the back it works out. All right. Even the smallest difference in width activates a different part of the back. It's very sensitive when it comes to that. So even the littlest increment of difference applies to different muscles in the back. So keep that in mind. We're gonna get started on the first set now, and I'm gonna show you essentially how I do it at least. All right, next up, what we're gonna do is that we're just gonna do a quick 25 pull-ups. Get a nice little stretch. We always want to be capable of doing pull-ups because if you can't do pull-ups, then you should probably start there before you get into doing some other back exercises. Pull-ups and push-ups should be like, if you can't do those, probably focus on those before you start heading into heavier exercises. Those are like kind of the fundamentals, the basics that I feel like you have to know before you get into anything else working out. Okay, that's just those are to me the unsaid rules of the fitness world. Probably not everyone's gonna agree with that. You don't have to. It's just me, and that's how I did it. So let's get into these pull-ups. Oh yeah. That's tiring already. That was, my back is so dead. That's actually. I thought that was gonna be easier than I thought. Damn. Fuck. Yes, Some of you might be asking, why is it that for some sets I do 3 and other sets I do 4? That is a great question for those of you guys that don't know. Generally, my rule of thumb is what I do is that I do 3 sets for majority of things, but when I feel that a workout is hitting very well the target area that I'm going for, I'll often add that 4th set, because if it's feeling really good and it's really activating that area I'm trying to target, why not just do one more set to really get the max juice out of it? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like getting a rag and just squeezing until you get every drip of water out of it. That's my general rule of thumb for that. So if you thought about that question, that is a great question to have. All right, we can see a nice little pose rundown. Yeah. Oh, first of all, this is nice, but Alright, a little post-game interview. Normally what I would do is I would add delts to it, but today I didn't do delts because I felt like delts would have been way better tomorrow with arms. So I'm gonna leave that for tomorrow. So tomorrow's gonna be a great arm and delt workout. So post-game interview, I think it was solid. I think there's always room for improvement. One thing that really pissing me off is that, I don't know if you guys just saw, when I was posing, I almost didn't even want to take those videos because my back acne is eating me alive. It's really bad, and it's really pissing me off, but I don't know what to do about it. I've tried showering twice a day. I'm debating going to a dermatologist. I feel like they're gonna give me Accutane. I really don't want to take Accutane. I've done it before. It's not the best of experiences, it's not. But it did work when I did take it, so that is a plus. It is an option. It is scars though, so I don't know if Accutane is gonna do anything about that. But you know, it really sucks when you work out every day to get this physique, and next thing you know, you just got this little polka dot on your back that's really just decides to mess everything up. I'm not gonna curse. But you know what they say, or what I say, or what I was taught. From adversity, you know, it's focus on what you can control. I do believe part of it is the dairy I've been taking in. I've been taking insane amounts of dairy for this bulk, and it could be a big part because it did kind of start when I started the bulk. So it's definitely that, but I get so much protein off just the dairy I drink and eat. So I don't know what to do about that. Definitely want to see someone about it, but like I said, what I was taught, what I preach, overcome adversity and focus on what you can control. That's the only way we need to get through it. That's the only way we're gonna move on, because at the end of the day, I could sit here and I could stress about it and I could hate myself for it and become insecure about it and be like, fuck this, I'm not gonna work out, I'm not gonna do that. There's no point in working out because my back is just messed up anyways. You know what, I'm gonna save those sorry ass excuses for the other people that aren't gonna show up, that aren't gonna do what I'm willing to do to get to where I need to be. So I'm gonna save that for them, because that's just not for me. I really believe that there's better things to focus on than little shit like that. We're better than that, come on now. But we are gonna call it wraps there. Today was a very successful day. We got some work done. We do got more work to do. We're trying to focus on getting 1% better every day. But, oh, there goes the lights. I don't know if you guys can see me, you guys can't. Hold on, let's get some light in here. Rest, stretch, hydrate. Good day, gentlemen.